There we go. What's up? Does everybody have that warm, fuzzy feeling inside? It's just, yeah, I mean, this movie, I thought, they really I thought it was this beautiful love story in the beginning. Yeah, they tricked me. Well, I'm Michael Johnston. I'm so excited to be here and introduce the lovely director and cast. We're gonna start with Stacy, Clausen. And next we have Joe Bird. And last but not least, director, mastermind, Adrian Chiarella. I know their names, I just had to look at my phone because there was a specific order and I started panicking. But I think I got the right order. All right, so guys, first of all, congratulations. I mean,
Thank you.
you're far from home.
Indeed.
I was just telling them, I knew this was a horror movie, but you two really warmed my heart at the beginning, and then broke it. So thanks a lot. No, it's really it's deceptively sweet and feels like it's a love story, and then spirals into a nightmare. And for Adrian, I just want to ask you, what was the inspiration for the story, and what made you choose horror as the lens for the story?
Yeah, I mean, horror is, it was really special to me growing up. I used to watch a lot of horror movies, and then I think I realized when I grew up and learned more about myself, I was like, oh, this is the genre that all the queer kids watch when they're teenagers. It's a sign, right?
Wait, actually, it's so true.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know, there's so many reasons for that we could go into. I mean, there's themes of being othered and being an outsider, and I don't know, other kids are watching these really really affirming coming of age stories, and I don't know,
we get the horror.
We turned kids being chased by monsters. I don't know, there's a lot of that. So there was that. It was also, I knew I was making a movie about homophobia, which is something that seemed to be coming back into a lot of political speech and just day-to-day life. And I thought, well, that's a type of fear, and horror is the genre of fear, so it just made sense to start exploring.
I mean, so the monster appears as the person that you are most attracted to, and I just wondered, was it always that way, or how did that concept evolve as you were writing this?
I had heard about exorcisms performed on queer teenagers in cultures all around the world. And then I was like, wow, it'd be really cool to do a queer version of The Exorcist, but it didn't really work. Because all it did was just perpetuate the myth of oh, there's a gay demon, and I didn't really want to make a movie about a gay demon. And so then I thought about, well, what are they really doing when they perform these kinds of practices? Kids, they're kind of scaring them away from their own desires, and then that's where this thing came from. Okay, what does that look like if it's manifested? So, yeah.
That's awesome, but I would watch a movie about a gay demon. It's probably
out there. Make it work. I'll turn up and watch it too.
Okay, you two. Your chemistry was off the charts. You were so natural and grounded, and I just bravo, seriously. Thank you. I mean, I believed it. What a nuanced performance. Right at the beginning, you know exactly what's going on with these two guys. It's probably the first time we've done, well, maybe not actually, but probably the first time you've done this sort of thing. And I bought it. I was so heartbroken when it all went to shit. So I really want to hear about, for Joe and Stacy, can you talk about building the chemistry between the characters and how you made that relationship feel authentic?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess we just like did a lot of like activities together. I mean, I remember when I found out Stacy got cast, I like sent her a message on Instagram. And I was like, yo, like we're doing this together. And I was like trying to suss his vibe as well to make sure he was like chill, which he was. So it was great. But you know, it's just like we hopped on Fortnite and we played, you know, Fortnite games. We won 100% win rate. 100% win rate, must say. But, you know, and yeah, we just like kept in touch. I was filming in Alice Springs before this job, and it was quite lonely. And Stacy was there to FaceTime, so that was really nice. And yeah, we just built a relationship. And I just think naturally when you like go onto set and you've already built that connection, you don't need to worry about trying to force anything because it's already there.
Yeah, and I mean, the chemistry was, you know, it's so important to this film. Like nothing really works about it if we don't have that. But yeah, Joe made it so easy to get to know him, right? He's like heart on his sleeve type of person. What you see is what you get. And he's so generous with his time, and yeah, he's just a great friend to have, which made it so easy to do this film. It was never awkward or
Likewise, as well, it's the exact same. So
yeah, it just yeah, he made it so easy, and that's why you know I hope it translated.
It did. Okay, so I want to know. Let's dive into the film. Like, what scene were for anyone? What scene were you most excited to have the audience see for the first time?
like all the stuff with Stacy, I guess. I mean, it was like
That's the whole.
maybe like I think maybe I was really excited to see the kind of like the love scenes because like
Okay.
I think they're very, you know, in this film obviously it's quite depressing in parts, and I think that, you know, that love story kind of attributes to the kind of ending of the film with the message of that these boys have chosen hope over fear. So I think like yeah, I was really excited for people to see those. And
I think for me, I had a lot of fun shooting the big horror moments kind of in the film. So I think the possession was one of my favorite scenes. I was so nervous about how it was going to turn out because I was so out of it by the end of the day. It feels like a blur. I kind of forgotten what happened. So I was excited and nervous to see how that scene specifically came out. And then again, the bathroom scene, that whole sequence as well was super exciting. But yeah, I think those big horror moments were what
I remember your hand coming through that screen. And I thought, yes. I mean, that's amazing.
That was insane. It wasn't actually my hand, actually. But,
Okay, that's good. What was there a scene that was especially challenging to film, either emotionally or just technically? Was there a day where it was just like, oh,
Yeah, both was the car park scene where Izzy takes them to the car park because it was just, you know, we were shooting till what, 4 or 5 in the morning, and there were cars and there were stunts, and then emotionally it was really tough on me because it was kind of one of the only times in the film where we see like real world homophobia emerge. Until then, I kind of was, you know, able to hide behind this metaphor that we come up with, but there was nowhere to hide. It was like, as a director, I'm like, oh, I've got to actually connect with this and put this on screen in a really raw way. And so that was something that took a little while to kind of get my head around it, and it's quite tough to get through.
yeah, wow.
And it was a cold night too. I mean, you guys
Yeah.
take
freezing nights.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, night shoots just make everything more intense, and yeah, no, so. You know, okay, I think I'm checking the time. I think we're still good because I really want to ask you, Joe, like, what was your experience carrying all of that guilt, fear, and longing for the whole film? Like,
yeah, no, it was really fun because I think, you know, all these like, well, the desire and the fear, I guess, you know, the two biggest prevalent emotions I feel like in this, well, for my character, and you know, they're two kind of opposing emotions. So it's like really interesting to kind of mix them together. But you know, we worked with our intimacy coordinator Amy Cater, who was you know, very helpful with you know, kind of detailing that, okay, like desire level 5 and desire level 4 will probably happen in this scene because, you know, at the start of the film when we first, you know, kind of interact, obviously it's not going to be as intimate or as emotional as it is later in the film. So yeah, it was just kind of like they all kind of go hand in hand, and I feel like we did so much preparation. We had so much preparation time, which was really great. and that allowed us to, when we were on set, it was kind of already there, and we were just able to be relaxed and comfortable to be able to just do as authentic as possible.
Yeah. So and Stacy, like your character has that outward confidence, but really there's a lot of uncertainty going on underneath. I mean, because you're both, it's a dance, right? Absolutely. And, I mean, honestly, it's so great that you guys got to connect before you even started shooting the film. That's amazing. But I would just ask you, like, how did it feel doing that for the film?
Yeah, it's a very specific thing with Ryan, trying to find that sweet spot of masculinity, because that was really important for Adrian, because he's someone who's trying to hide from the world, and he's terrified of himself, so he builds this fortress around himself to protect himself in the way that he is perceived by his community. And that is really tough, having to kind of portray the feeling of not being yourself, right? That can be tough to carry, but I think the beauty that I found in it was when I was with Joe, when Ryan is with Maine, and he gets to open the doors to that fortress and let someone in, which is a beautiful thing.
That's awesome. Okay, so Australian horror is making a splash right now. So I want to know from anyone, what do you think makes Australian filmmakers particularly well positioned to tell these kinds of stories? And if that's too complicated of a question, I really want to know, what about being Australian is your superpower? Because there's something in the air. What is radio? I was doing.
I don't know, there's something, look, to start with, there's this amazing landscape we have to work with, which is just naturally terrifying. People look and they're like, that's just like, where's the spiders?
There's a lot of bugs, right? That's true.
Yeah. There's something about that, but I think we have this tradition of taking that landscape and then kind of like internalizing it. So you sort of see it, but you're also understanding that it maybe is like a reflection of what's going on inside the characters, and that's like this whole tradition that I wanted this film to be part of. I don't think anyone had taken that and explored sort of queer desire with that and homophobia with that. So that was something I didn't lean away from.
I noticed, like, it's so beautiful. I mean, the film, like the locations that you got to film, and
yeah, I'm a bit obsessive with locations, even in my shorts, and it's always like the thing that ends up taking forever. It's just like looking around, trying to find the right place to shoot everything. And our DP, Tyson Perkins, is also even more fastidious about that stuff. So yeah, between us and our production designer, it was just a lot of months and months just scouting and looking for the right places so that it all felt real.
That's awesome. I think the last thing I want to ask about is the whole casting process and coming together. Is there anything that you have to share about that, the magic of you guys all coming together? It sounds like you told me that you got to do, you did a lot of prep, which...
In my pre-production, we did a lot of prep, but in terms of your casting process, do you want to talk?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're going to do, how I found you.
Yeah, how'd you find me? I've been so interested.
I mean,
how'd you find these guys?
Joe was super young when he did talk to me, so I was like, oh, he's too young. I just sort of didn't think of casting him in this film, but then as soon as his tape came in fact, even when your tape came through, the little headshot and the link to your tape
was like a 14-year-old.
Yeah, I was like, no, too young, but I guess I'll just take a look and see anyway. And then he was amazing from the very first frame of his self-tape. I could see that there was something very raw and very honest about the way that you just convey this. I could also tell somehow you just knew this character just based off what you were just given sides for that. You weren't even given the script at that point. And Stacy, I've known Stacy's work as well because he'd done quite a bit of TV, and also through his auditions I knew that he'd be able to pull off the dual role, which was something that was really important with that character and made that quite challenging. But it was really, we did these casting workshops where different actors came in and did different scenes with me, and we did lots of conversations about the characters, and just as soon as these two were doing, I think they did that opening scene with the snake, and it was just, the connection was just...
Oh yeah, and then during the callback,
A literal connection, wasn't it, Joe?
Yeah, I hit him in the face with a stick.
Right.
During the callback. Yeah, it was a mistake.
That is how I find directing.
But like also Michael Johnston, everybody, like what the hell? Oh,
Well, look, you guys. It's not about me. No, seriously, like, I love this film, and I can't wait to see what you guys do next. I mean, congratulations. I hope you're living it up. And also, I heard, do you have an announcement, something? Yeah, what happened today?
I can't be the one to do it. That's like
Stacy has been cast in a film called The Last Druid, starring Russell Crowe, and he's filming it in Spain right now, and it's really amazing.
No, but congrats, guys. Like, I cannot wait to see what you do next. I hope you're working on your American accents because Australia is big, but it's not that big. Is that gonna come back to my being asshole? All right, yeah, I guess that's it. It's so wonderful.